and good morning. This is a bit late. I think that it's about 10 in the morning, 10:30 here in Norway. Yeah, I don't know why. I slept in this morning, and that's probably a good thing, because today I'm driving to Kristiansand city in Norway, and I'm driving back same evening. So I'll be back home around 1 a.m. actually. So it's going to be a long day. Madeleine, good morning. Good morning there. It was not a good morning for me, I have to admit. Sometimes, Thomas there, good morning. Sometimes I wake up with sort of a strange, awkward pain in my whole body, and I have mentioned before I worked as a therapist, and that's actually anxiety. But it's especially men. Watching your live stream from class, okay. Morning there. So I think it's very wise to take the stigma and mysteries surrounding anxiety away, because it's very common, and especially for men, we don't really connect with those feelings very well, and it's a good thing in a way, but it's also it manifests itself physically, and for me it's that pain in my whole body that's hard to define, and then it means it's a bit too much, But this week is the second part of the book tour. I don't like being away, especially not now. Our dog is old. I have talked about that before. And she is getting thinner. She's sleeping more. Her legs are stiff. She's having a hard time. Well, she can walk, no problems with that, but it's like she's stiff in her bones. It aches in her bones, I think, and that, so you start counting the years, and then you count the months. I think maybe we're down to weeks now, but what can I do? Well, we do what we can. We do everything we can. And that's kind of hard. So, the book tour. Yeah, today, tomorrow, and on Thursday. And then I'm off to vacation, actually, for a week. And I'm looking forward to that. I had 2 interviews actually coming up that week while I'm up there. One by Skype, and one will be there up in the mountains, actually. Someone will come up there and we'll do the interview there. And it's strange, I am looking, it's it's strange because I always thought that you never tire. Uh, you never get tired if you get to the point where things are going, you know, very well, and people want to, you know, like reach out and do interviews and stuff. But you do get tired. It's you do get tired. So yeah, I don't know. It's a bit much, and yeah. But anyway, enough about that. I want to talk about something. Again, it's you know, maybe I'll do a video, a proper video on my main channel. But it's I made a video about the climate change thing. You know, that not the climate change itself, but the people going out screaming, literally screaming in the streets. It's nice being out here. It's very nice being out here. This is a place where I can breathe. I mean, for those of you who are listening, I know some of you are listening and not watching, and that's fine. I mean, I pretty much walk the same path every day. So for those of you who are watching, I'm out in the what's it called? Wheat? No, oat field. Nick is at work listening. That's great. So I'm walking through the oat field now, and this is a place, you know, now that I'm traveling a lot to the cities, I'm always eager to get back here, up in this field. I can breathe here. I can't really breathe in a city. But anyway, I watched on the news last night before I kind of before I got unconscious because I was so tired. On the news, Greta Thunberg, and she had her soon-to-be infamous speech about climate, and she was very angry. I like her. I must say I like her, and I feel sorry for her as well. And I think there is something going on there that is not ethically sound. Because what I was seeing was a reaction to stress, a reaction to stress over a prolonged period of time. Because she was reacting more than, you know, her message is, you know, I agree very much on when it comes to her message, but it's putting the blame on people, and you know, okay, it's like, okay, let's take away your iPhone, let's take away your, let's turn off the lights. Yeah, let's turn off the lights for a week. See how much you like that. I would be fine. I would love that, you know. I would love that. No social media for you for a week, and then we can talk. No driving. No driving to. You won't be. No lift to any activity. Nothing like that. No sailing across the Atlantic in a. Yeah, I won't get into that, but she was reacting, and I worry for her because there's something going on there, and what they should do now is she should step back, and her parents should say, Okay, you've done, you know, an awesome job. Now it's time to step back for a while and breathe and get a little bit older and finish your education maybe. You know, she can do a lot of good for many people, and but I fear that if this is allowed to continue, uh, she will have serious mental issues. I do know that she has Asperger's, I think it is, but that's, you know, you can live a very good life with that. You know, it's not, but it, especially if you have that condition, the level of stress that they have put her into, that they are exposing her to, it's not good. They shouldn't do that. So yeah, but you know, people would rather listen to an angry teenager, I guess. Emotion. It's the age of emotion that we're living in. Yeah, I'm talking about Greta Thunberg, and I said that I think what she is doing is great, but there are obviously, she's suffering now under the amount of stress, and I think her parents should see the signs and have her step back, and because it's what I was seeing when she did that angry speech was someone reacting to a prolonged period of stress, and it's not healthy. You know, believe me, I know. If I continue walking this path and for a long time, I wouldn't be coming back in time to go to Kristiansand. I have to drive there. It's better to drive there because I'm in my own company in the car, and I'll get back home around 1 a.m. But that's I prefer that. So I'm pretty much all I have left to do. That sounded very dramatic. I'm now, after this live stream, I'm going to turn, when I reach this little stream here, I'm walking back to my house. I'll feed my dog. We'll, if she's up for it, we will take a little walk. There are only little walks now, and for her, and I'll be in my car, and I'll drive to the ferry. Maybe we'll do another live stream from the ferry, and then I'll drive down to Kristiansand, which is on the other side of the fjord and down south in Norway, at the south tip of Norway. And then I'll do a, I don't know, is it 10 minutes? 10 minutes on stage talking about my book, and then I'll drive back home. It's crazy, you know, it's crazy. I must say that my publishing house here in Norway, they're so good at what they're doing. I'm really impressed. They are really good. But you know, it's a long way to drive for 10 minutes. It's even worse when I'm going to Frankfurt, because I think when I'm on stage there, I'll be on stage on Saturday and Sunday. I'll answer to that comment. Hang on. So I'm going to Frankfurt to do basically 2 appearances on stage, each I think 10 minutes or so. That's crazy. And we were talking about the environment. That's not environmentally friendly, you know, not at all. Okay, so yes, they've told me at the museum, the Fries Museum in the Netherlands, that it's not open for the public. I didn't know that, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. They are talking about having me come down there and do a longer talk at the museum, and that will be open for the public because they said they had lots of people asking. So hopefully not for in too long. Okay. I'm sorry about my voice. I am not in my best shape today. Look at this. Here we are. Mosquitoes. You know, I much prefer mosquitoes to the city, actually. And here we are. You see that? And the fireplace here. I'll just walk around a little bit like this. And then I will sit down, accompanied by the mosquitoes. I'm hearing the building. They are building houses because this area will be. I think when you reach the age of 40, you start making noises when you sit down and get up. So this area is being, they are building more houses here. And I guess that's a good thing in a way, but you know, I like things to stay the way they are. I'm going to be, there's a mosquito here now. So yeah, as I was saying, I am, this is a place where I can breathe. I'm out in the woods here. There's a squirrel. Sometimes I think that's a squirrel in the tree behind me. And sometimes they yell at me in a way. And they don't yell, but they make these sounds and you know, and they are not very, what's the word, hospitable, like friendly. Squirrels, they are a bit hostile actually. It's, I think maybe territorial is the word. You know, I'll walk, lots of mosquitoes here. I'll walk, I got to sit down a little bit, which was, oops, sorry about that, which was what I wanted. There is one more thing I want to talk about. I was called out for being a hypocrite. Hypocrite, is that the word? And you know, it was the criticism was, you know, he was right in a way, because I have this video where I'm saying that we should put away the smartphone. We should put the smartphone away, and I am talking to a smartphone now. So that's YouTube for you. You know, you have to keep within those. You can't talk for half an hour. Well, you can, but nobody listens for half an hour. So you have to make your point, and that's it. That's one video. That's my excuse, at least. But here's the thing. I don't think it's very healthy to have this addiction to smartphones that so many people have. But I was never saying in that video that nobody should have a smartphone. And I did actually say that I use a smartphone. I use it for YouTube. And I enjoy watching YouTube videos on my smartphone. So for me, there was there was a I think have an issue with smartphones. I used the smartphone too much. Yeah, I hear some sounds in the woods sometimes. Look at this. This is chaga. Yeah. But when I do these live streams, it's a way for me to reach out and to have some contact with people who don't view me purely and only as a novelist. This is a different side of me than most people get to know. At least, here in Norway. I'm much more personal here. Well, thank you there, Nick. Wisdom, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking about all my mistakes. So, okay, I get the point, but because I said on my main channel, I made a post there, and I said I live stream almost every day. Charles, well, letter to my PO box. Thank you. It might not arrive this week. The postage and all that, normally takes a lot of time for some reason. But I'm looking forward to your letter. Yeah, so I enjoy doing these live streams. It's not like addictive to me. It's rather a way to reach out. I must admit I struggle during when I travel. I struggle a lot. It's become worse. When I was younger, I traveled a lot and I didn't mind, but it's become much worse. So I feel, lonely. I feel very lonely when I'm traveling. And my wife and I, we are busy, and she is traveling to seminars and so on sometimes, and I do these readings and stuff, and so we travel, but we don't travel together, but then again, through these live streams, I get to talk and chat with you. Was that an interesting fungus on that tree? Yes, that was the famous chaga fungus that you can make to use as tinder, or rather as tonic for different health issues. Yeah. So that's why I'm doing these live streams. It's purely for my own enjoyment. Why would I do it if it wasn't for my own enjoyment? But that being said, if you enjoy these live streams, that's awesome. That makes me very happy. So yeah, now I've talked about this before. I'm not looking forward to traveling to those cities in Germany, because there are several days in a row and they are cities, lots of people there. There are people all over the place, Oh, thank you. That's That's very kind of you to say. So yeah, but today is going to be a little bit of a struggle as well. I'll be driving for 3 hours. When I get across the fjord with the ferry, I'll be driving for 3 hours, and then I'm going back again late this evening. You know, so that's why I do these live streams. You know, it is I don't know, therapy. You can get crazy. You can get totally insane if all you do is you spend your time either alone writing, you know, in isolation, and the other part of your work is you meet lots of people and you're on stage and people applaud. That contrast is not healthy. And you can see why you know, pop stars, and you know, that you can see why they get insane, because that would be, I guess, very similar but amplified many times. So yeah, and also they are very often very young, maybe too young to understand what's happening around them. I don't know. It's I don't know anything about that profession. So yeah. Okay, now I'm getting back home. Time to feed our dog. Our dog she is very lazy, and because she has gotten thinner, and that's why I feed her. I hand feed her because I know that she will be, you know, maybe a little bit depressed when I'm away. Maybe, you know, she will just be, you know, dogs, they will just lie there and they will wait. So she will be waiting for me to get back home, and I won't be home in, you know, many hours. So I'll hand feed her now, actually, and she never eats at this time of the day. So so that's what I'm doing, and then I'm getting a shower. And then I'm walking with a limp today. Maybe you don't know this, but I have one leg that's shorter, and it's compensated for in my right shoe, and that's one of the reasons why I use these rubber shoes. You know, because you can't put that thick heel in all shoes, basically. But when I get tired, when I'm like I was this morning, my whole body aches, and all my injuries from powerlifting, it kind of, you know, you can feel every injury you ever had. And then I know it's a little bit hard, you know, to walk without the limp, but we'll manage. It's not a big deal. I just noticed the comment. God morgen from Kristiansand. Good morning there from Kristiansand. Where I am going, actually, but I think the thing there, it's only for the employees in the bookstores. So sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, that's it for now. Maybe if I'm lucky enough to be guided into the top deck on the ferry. I'll do a live stream there, because I don't like to go up into the cafe and all that, you know. But if it's underneath, you know, underneath deck on the ferry, then I can't stay there, you know. You can't stay there. So and then it won't be a live stream. I don't know, maybe we'll see what happens. Okay, and thanks for joining the live stream. I'll just read your comments. Shadow Kane, well, thank you, thanks a lot, means a lot. And yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to talk about on the main channel on Saturday. Might do the unboxing of the YouTube silver button that is now on the way to the post office. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do an unboxing up in the woods here on Saturday. The silver button. You know, I'm very proud about that. I'm very proud. Oh, thank you, Shadow Kane. Thanks a lot. Maybe we'll have another live stream in a little while. Okay, take care and bye-bye.